Yeah. No more. Don't get anybody hurt in practice anymore. Check 1, 2, mic 1, 2, check, check, check.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2. and he's one of the professors that teaches it. And he just really was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings, for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner, that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at Super Value Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show live from the Schaefer Center on the campus of Indiana Tech. It is time for WAC action in volleyball as the Bethel Pilots take on the Indiana Tech Warriors here this evening. This is a big one for the conference. Indiana Tech sits tied at the top at 6-1 with Mount Vernon, so a big win here tonight will go a long way to helping them getting closer to another conference title. This is the start of a home-and-home between these two squads. They'll play Friday night in Mishawaka at 7 p.m. Indiana Tech comes into this matchup 7-6 overall. They're 6-1 in conference play and ranked number 13. Their head coach, Kyle Shondell. And they're coming off a straight-set dominant win over Lawrence Tech, 3-0 here back on Sunday night. Bethel on the season sits 3-7 overall, 2-6 in conference play. They're not ranked, and their head coach is Eric Snyder. They're coming off a 5-set loss to Cornerstone this past weekend on Saturday. So they'll look to right the ship here tonight against this good Indiana Tech team. This Tech team's taken on some of the best teams in the country thus far. Their strength of schedule awfully high early here in the season, and it has paid dividends here as they start conference play. For this Bethel squad, they are from Mishawaka. They are the Pilots, and they'll be dressed in the black and blue tonight. And they have wins over Siena Heights, Trinity National, and Goshen. And upcoming games Friday night, they will take on this Indiana Tech at home at 7. And then next Tuesday, they will be on the road at Trinity Christian. One of their young men to take a look at tonight is Arthur Burrito, number 5. He's averaging nearly 4 kills per set, and he's coming off a big match last week. This is a very young team here in this Pilots team. No seniors. In fact, they don't even have a junior on the team, so this may be the youngest team in the conference here in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference. For Indiana Tech on the season, leading them in kills right now, Mason Milan with 97 kills. He's got 5 aces. Dante Stewart hot on his tail with 84 kills, 7 aces and 16 blocks, and he's coming off a Player of the Match award this past Sunday night. In the middle tonight, they've got a couple good middles. Raekwon Rogers with his 52 kills and team-leading 36 blocks on the season. We'll also get a chance probably to see in the middle tonight John Fonda as well, 31 kills and 19 blocks. In their setter tonight will be Brandon Jones, and this young man is starting to fill up the stats here for Indiana Tech this season. Listen to this stat line. This is from the setter. He's got 26 kills. He has 376 assists on the season. He has 93 digs, and he is second in team in blocks with 27 this season for Indiana Tech. In the back row tonight, we're going to get a chance to take a look at some of the younger guys as well. We're going to get a chance to see Alex Rosno. He's going to get a chance today to play a little bit more because one of the Indiana Tech players was injured in warm-ups tonight, and that is Mario Capo. He will not play tonight. He will join Jacob Carrico, who's also dealing with a concussion protocol issue. So he'll be out tonight, so they'll need a big night from one of the best liberos in the country, and that is Joey Hermes. He's got 128 digs and 7 aces on the season. So in the back row tonight, you're more than likely going to see more out of Dante Stewart than we have seen all year. And maybe they rely on some of the youth on the team tonight, and that would be Dylan Poore, a good outside hitter, and also Ryan Griffel. He's got 64 kills to go along with 7 aces, and maybe we get a chance to see Ben Rosno. He's a good server and another tall player for Indiana Tech. So this could be a different lineup tonight for the Warriors as they deal with a couple of injuries. When you have some injuries, that just means somebody else will get a shot, and those players will get a chance to see tonight. We may even get to see Wheatley a little bit in the back row. So this should be a good one here tonight at Indiana Tech. Don't forget, this is the start of a home-and-home between these two squads. They'll face off again on Friday night up in Mishawaka at 7 o'clock. So a good night of volleyball. I want to thank everybody for watching, and it's a busy time of the year here for Indiana Tech. The men's and women's basketball teams coming to a conclusion, along with hockey and wrestling. And teams getting started now. You've got baseball. You've got the men's volleyball team. Lacrosse is on the way. Softball is doing great. The bowling team just won the PBA National Collegiate Tournament down in Indianapolis over the weekend. So, the athletic director here, Miss Biggs, has got a lot of work to do here, even being the basketball coach as well. So that'll do it for the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show here at the Schaefer Center. We'll take a time out. When we come back, we'll turn it over to the public address announcer, the one and only Dean Jackson. You're watching Indiana Tech Volleyball live from the Schaefer Center.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there are so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
You have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Schaefer Center in Indiana Tech for tonight's volleyball match between the visiting Bethel University Pilots and your Indiana Tech Warriors. Indiana Tech, the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, and the NAIA are committed to maintaining the two-spirit competition through the 5 core values of the NAIA: respect, responsibility, integrity, sportsmanship, and servant leadership. Please do your part by showing respect to each and every spectator, student athlete, and coach and official in today's contest. Now at this time, we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps to the plane of our national anthem. If you're ready, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Bethel University Pilots, wearing number 5, Arthur Barreto. Wearing number 8, Ike Gold. Number 11, Merritt Ako Bali. Wearing number 13, Marcos Enrique. Number 15, Eric Malik. Number 16, Ben Ritzima. Number 23, Mustafa Yildiz. Bethel is coached by Eric Snyder. And now, for your Indiana Tech Warriors, number 1, Raekwon Rogers. Wearing number 4, Dante Stewart. Number 8, Mason Mylan. Number 10, Brandon Jones. Number 20, John Fonda. Number 23, Ben Rosno. And number 26, Ryan Griffel. The Warriors are coached by Carlos Rondell, assisted by Byron Van Houten, Eric Santiago Garcia.
We've met the teams, we've had the starting lineup, and it's time to go here in WAC action here at the Schaefer Center. If you didn't catch that for Bethel tonight, this is the way they will start. They'll go with Burrito, Goal, Akavali, Henrique, Malik, Ritzma, and Yildiz. This is a tall team as well. A lot of guys standing around in between 6'4" and 6'7" tonight for the visitors on the scoreboard. Once again, my name is Ryan Dellinger. I'll be your host for this matchup. Indiana Tech doesn't have a lot of home games left on the season, only about 5 more. And they've got 3 coming up next week here at home next week. So a big stretch here for Indiana Tech as they try to stay on the right side of the ledger. And we get a chance to see Mario Capo limp off the court here. Important thing for Indiana Tech, get off to that quick start like they did on Sunday night when they got out 5-0 in set number 1. Never looked back in that set. And then in set number 2, they get out to 8-0 lead and just cruise 25-10 in that set. You don't see that very often, a 25-10 set. And then the third set was a little bit closer, but Indiana Tech prevailed in the end in extras, and they walked away with a straight set victory here at home. They'll be in their home orange uniforms tonight, white numbers, black letters, and the visitors, the Pilots, will be in their black uniforms as well tonight with white number and letters. So we're ready to go here. We thank you all for watching, and this should be a good one. You get no easy games here in the WAC anymore. You take one or 2 points off, and the next thing you know, you're down big, and you can never catch up against these good teams in the WAC right now. During one of the timeouts, we'll go over the standings in the WAC. A tie atop in this division with Indiana Tech and Mount Vernon. Looks like the officials have figured out who's going to be on the court. So Tech will go this way. They'll go with Fonda, Griffel. That'll be Mason Mylan, Brandon Jones, Joey Hermes, Raekwon Rogers, and set to serve is the high flyer, Dante Stewart, who just soared in here. He's got some hops. Man, he could play any sport with his athleticism. They'd love to have him on the basketball team. And it looks like, maybe not. Maybe the officials are saying something's out of whack here for Indiana Tech, so we've got a bit of a delay before we get started. And it looks like maybe we got it all figured out. They've got a volleyball, and we're ready to go.
Serving for the Warriors, number 4, Dante Stewart.
And there's a whistle, and we're underway here at the Schaefer Center. And this ball goes into the crowd. It's an ace for Dante Stewart. That's a great way to start the evening. That was served right at number 5, Burrito. And it went into about the 7th row. Burrito coming off a player of a match self himself. And they'll go right into the back row. Burrito on the outside now off the net, cross court, and that hit the official, and that means it's out. So Bethel not able to get in system there as they went right at the libero that time. Gall. Tight ball to the net, nice pass. They'll go in the middle this time to number 15. That is Malik, and he gets the kill. The setter tonight, number 11. Akavali, and back to serve now is Malik, as Yildiz will come in for the first time tonight for the Pilots. Stewart right to Jones. Over and out of Mason Milan. He goes cross court and comes up with his first winner of the evening. And that'll send Joey Hermes back to serve. In comes Raekwon Rogers. Out goes Fonda. Joey Hermes set to serve. And almost another ace. Here's a free ball now for Tech. Hermes with a nice pass. We'll see if they try Griffel. They try Stewart out of the back row. That goes off the chest of Gall. And then outside to Burrito, down the line, and he gets the kill. We don't see a lot of shots down the line in the NAIA. Burrito able to turn those hips and shoulders quickly and put it away as Akavali will go back to serve. Oh, that ball's going to be an overpass, and that's an easy winner for Burrito, and we are tied up at 3 apiece. Griffel was very good at passing on Sunday night. Had no errors. Akavali back to serve once again. Griffel with a tighter ball to the net. One-handed set to Rogers. He gets black. And who are they going to say in the net? They're going to say Tech in the first lead on the scoreboard for the Pilots. You look at the Pilots' schedule this year, a lot of close matches for this squad. Here's Mason Milan again. He gets rejected on the outside by Burrito. And a two-point lead now for the Pilots. They'll try it again to Mason Milan. This time it ricochets off a couple different Pilots into the front row, and he's got his second kill, and he'll serve. So now you've got Jones, Rogers, and Griffel in that front row. Your back row consists of Joey Hermes, Dante Stewart, and Mason Milan. Milan and Stewart, definite weapons out of the back row for Tech. And that one goes long and out of bounds. It'll bring on Alex, or is that Ben Rosno? That is number 12 checking on. That is Alex Rosno. And in for the first time, a number 4. Burrito will serve. That is Konakuku for Bethel. Outside now to Griffel. He gets blocked, goes off the head of Hermes. Now Griffel will get another shot. He tips it off the blockers and it rolls out of bounds. Tech within 1 now as Griffel goes back to serve. When Capo goes out, that means 1 left server as well. They still have Syracusa that can serve. Wheatley's a good server back there, and so is Ben Rosno. So Coach Shondell has plenty of weapons if he needs to go to him. High pass to Akavali. He'll go right side and a block and an overpass now. Rogers crushes one, and nobody can get to it, and Raekwon Rogers will get his first kill of the match. Good hustle there by both teams. Six apiece here in set number 1. Good deep serve again. Burrito way outside now. Down the line, Griffel gets to it. Rosno will set it now to Stewart. He'll wrist it down the middle. Akavali gets to it. Gall sets it now, and it's a tip. And now a chance for Stewart off the net. And we play on here. Another big swing, and there's Rosno with the dig. Griffel out of the back row, and that is long. Yildiz back to serve as number 15, Malik, will come back into the front row. He'll join Enrique and number 4 in that front row. Hermes right to Jones. He'll go outside to Stewart, and Stewart blocked. Enrique says, not in my house. Get that out of here. Dante Stewart saying, send me another one. He was pretty much unstoppable. Hit .522 in the last match. This ball off the net. Here's a set off the net. And another block on Stewart. He'll set it to Brandon Jones. The lefty takes a swing and gets a kill. That's a maybe that the Pilots don't realize that Brandon Jones is a lefty. And that's a perfect set to him as he was in the front row as Rogers serves. Akavali outside, a big swing, nice dig, but it'll hit the back wall. And the Pilots with another point. Enrique back to serve. Quickly back onto the court for Tech. It'll be Joey Hermes. Here's a slide to Fonda, and he hits that into the bench. And that's really not Fonda's game right there. He's more of a straight-up leaper. He likes the 1 or 2 ball. Good pass to Jones. And there's Fonda. He gets blocked in the middle of that team by Malik. And right back to Fonda again, and there's Enrique with the dig. They'll go to Enrique out of the back row, and Griffel will get to it. And it will land on the other side of the court, and a 4-point lead now for the Pilots. Fonda out of the middle, blocked by Malik. And we'll see if Coach Shondell decides to use a timeout. He's walking towards midcourt. He will use a timeout. We'll take a quick one ourselves. You're watching Indiana Tech Volleyball live from the Schaefer Center.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
You have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
Five-point lead here in set number 1 for the visitors. They've got off to a hot start, fell down 3-0, but they have taken control here in set number 1 as they have served better, and quite frankly, they've controlled the play at the net. Good deep serve again. Jones will go in the middle to Fonda. He gets blocked. Hermes will run that down. And now they'll try Stewart. That's a way better set. Gets deflected, goes right to Burrito. And now a back row attack by Enrique down the line. A good swing and a nice save. Here's Stewart down the line, and Enrique gets to another one. And that goes off the blockers and out of bounds as the Pilots are in system right now and taking advantage of Indiana Tech. Stewart with a low pass. He'll get a return one. Goes off the net and down to the ground. And we've got a sub coming on now for Tech. Mason Milan will replace Rosno. And they'll stay Enrique back there. They've doubled up Tech here in set number 1. Off the net. This time they'll try Mason Milan out of the back row, and that's another kill for that young man, his second of the match. And I believe Brandon Jones will serve. Pretty sure it's Brandon Jones. He has yet to serve, so he'll head back there now for the Warriors, and this is a good front row in there for him now. Remember tonight, if you're just joining us, they do not have Jacob Carrico, still dealing with that concussion, and hurt in warmups tonight was Mario Capo. Back row attack again to Enrique, and that will not happen. The double block of Stewart, and Fonda says not in my house. Another good deep serve. Burrito with a good pass to Akavali. And another big swing. Good dig there by Hermes. Mason Milan just dumps it over. Enrique gets to it. Back row attack by Burrito, and he drove it straight into the net for an attack error. And now Tech back within 4. Malik with a big swing, and he gives his team a 5-point lead. That'll bring number 16 back on. That is Rietsma, and he'll serve. Jones will try it again, and that one lands in as Mason Milan comes up with another big swing, and Dante Stewart will go back to serve. Stewart got Tech off to a quick 3-0 lead, but it has been the big swings of the Pilots that have put them in the lead here, as that'll bring back on Yildiz, and back to serve is Malik. Mason Milan again, cross court, and that didn't get any hands. They'll say it went out of bounds. And now a 6-point lead for the Pilots. Dante Syracuse trying to get the guys fired up here. And here's Mason Milan again, and he's rejected. Seven-point lead now for the Pilots. Low set there. Fonda gets to it. Nobody's running this one down. Malik will give it a good try, but it goes into the front row. And on comes Rogers, and back to serve is Hermes. Time running out for Tech here in set number 1. They'll go outside to Burrito, and he hit another one straight into the net. He got the first one to go in, and he is 0 for 2 since then. He averages nearly 4 per set. And Tech now within 5. They'll try Yuldes, and he gets blocked by Griffel. And I believe that was Rogers. Good pass. He'll go outside to Burrito. That's a good one. That's a good block by Mason Milan. And we've got a timeout on the court. Bethel, we'll use one as well. We'll see you in 60 seconds.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Well, Tech has fought back here in set number one. They trail by 3. They were down by as many as 7 here just moments ago, but they have come back now. They've got 3 straight blocks at the net to get those points, and that'll keep Joey Hermes back there serving. I want to keep this one in. The attack percentage has come down here in the last few points for the Pilots. They'll stay right at Burrito. They'll go back outside to him. Goes off the blockers. Hermes with a great dig. Tight ball to the net. Gets punched into the air. Now a chance for Tech. Nice set to Griffel. And he is rejected by Yildiz. Woo! It's a bad night to be somebody hitting the ball, isn't it? And I think it's like maybe our 9th block already of the match between the two teams. Wow, lots of blocks here early. Brandon Jones over now to Mason Milan. That went off the shoulder of Akavale, and Yildiz goes with a big swing and a nice save by Stewart. Here's Griffel. He gets blocked again. And then a dump shot, and Gull is ready for it. Enrique can't get that one to go down. Now another chance for Griffel. He'll tip it right in the middle, and nobody can catch up to it. And now Tech down by 3 once again as Mason Milan will go back to serve. Coach Shondell still up there telling Griffel, keep on swinging. His last 2 swings, he's gone up against a triple block. Gall with a good pass to Akavale. They'll go right side now to Burrito. That was going out. Tech played it. Here's Dante Stewart out of the back row, and he crushed it. He caught to the middle, backing up there in the back row, and made him pay. And now Tech down just 2. Gall again right to Akavale to Yildiz. He goes cross court and hits it long. And now Tech within a single point. Trailed by as many as 7 here in set number 1. And this is an overpass, and it's going to go out of bounds. It lands out of bounds, and we are tied up at 19 apiece. That one was almost too close for comfort. And now a chance for Tech to take the lead. Milan once again will serve. And that one goes out of bounds, and the visitors back in the lead as they'll bring some subs on, and back to serve is I think that's number 5, Burrito. Barreto will serve now with his team up a point. Yeah, that's a great serve. Nice pass by Griffel. Here comes a back row attack. That ricochets off of Gall, and is Gall okay? Did that hit him in the stomach? I think it did. Yeah, it did hit him in the stomach. Gall got smoked right in the chest on that swing by Mason Milan as Raekwon Rogers re-enters, and Griffel will serve. Good pass to Acavelli. They'll go to Uldes, and he hit that one long, and it goes out of bounds, and Tech with the 1-point lead. So Griffel to serve with his team up 1 here late in set number 1. Big point for both teams. And that's an ace. That thing went from that far corner to this near corner in a few seconds, and it's a timeout on the court. The Pilots, Tech with a 2-point lead, as we won't take a timeout. We'll stay here. Why don't we look at the conference standings in the WAC? Right now, it is a tie between Mount Vernon Nazarene. They are 9-2 overall, 6-1 in conference play. Indiana Tech sits 7-6 overall, 6-1 in conference play. Lourdes at 7-4, 4-1 in conference play. Aquinas at 7-5, 6-3 in conference play. Cornerstone is 10-3 overall. They're 5-3 in conference play. Lawrence Tech at 6-5, 3-5 in conference play. Siena Heights right now sits at 5-6 overall, 3-5 in conference. Goshen is 3-6 overall, 3-5 in conference play, and Bethel sits at 2-6 overall. So they've only played in conference thus far here this season. They've got upcoming matches out of conference play coming up next week. Tuesday they will be at Trinity Christian at 8 p.m. over in Illinois. So a tough stretch here for the Pilots right now. They've played a lot of good teams and just so many close matches. Even though you see some straight set scores in there, we're talking 25-23 sets throughout. So they're a good, solid team, and young. No seniors, no juniors. Griffel to serve. He goes big again. Gall's pass. Here's a nice bump set. And a block by Brandon Jones. Wow. For Brandon Jones, that is his 28th block of the season. And that was going to be bad off the swing. That ball didn't get thrown high enough by Griffel. Either way, he put his team in the lead. And Tech needs a quick point here to serve for the first set as Uldes will serve. Malik back into the front row. He's come up with some big blocks already here early for the Pilots. One-handed set, and that's in. Oh, no, wait. One official set in, one official set out. Who did they go with? They went with Cindy Bice here in the near corner with an out. So now another chance for the Pilots to tie this thing up. That one's going to go long, and we are at set point. That'll bring on John Fonda. Raekwon Rogers back to serve. Uldes out, Gall back in. And we're at set point. We'll crank up the volume. Trickery in the front row by Brandon Jones ends set number one. Take a look at this. A heads-up play here by Indiana Tech to take set number one. Once this commercial or this replay is over, we'll go to commercial. We'll come back. We'll look at some of the unofficial stats. You're watching Indiana Tech Volleyball live from the Schaefer Center.
want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Welcome back here to the Schaefer Center. Tech takes set number one and a close one over the Pilots. We'll take a look at some of the unofficial stats here. For the Pilots right now, 4 kills by Barreto. And let's see, he has 2 kills. 2 from Malik, 1 from Enrique, and 2 for Konokuku. And for Indiana Tech, they got 1 from Rogers, 1 from Stewart, 5 from Mason Milan, 2 from Brandon Jones, and 1 from Fonda, and 1 from Ryan Griffel. So right now they are very balanced. These two teams not hitting very well. The Bethel Pilots just negative 0.74, while Indiana Tech hitting 0.00. You don't see that a whole lot in with Indiana Tech, but tonight they're being challenged by the big front row of the Pilots. The Pilots will have the ball. Enrique will serve. Excuse me, that is Yuldiz that will serve. And off we go here in set number 2. Yuldiz to serve. They'll go right at, and in the net, I think was Malik late. Tech out to a 1-point lead. Raekwon Rogers back to serve, and we get our first chance to take a look at Gamero. He's come back into the front row. Him and Fonda have very similar games. They like the 1 or 2 ball, and they like to crush it. Tight ball to the net. Nice set over to Henrique. He gets blocked. That block went off of the antenna, and we're tied up at 1 apiece. Hermes back on for the Warriors. Enrique back to serve again. Stewart with a good pass. They'll try another dump shot. And it almost worked. Now free ball coming now for the Warriors. Milan runs right into Griffel. Nice jump set to the outside to Stewart. And that was touched. Yep. you could see that ball change directions as Stewart gets credit with another kill. And I think we're just trying to figure out who's going to serve. It will be number 10, Brandon Jones. Barreto with a big swing. Nice dig by Hermes. Here comes a tight ball to the net. I don't think Mason Milan was anticipating that. He thought, like I did, it was going to Gamero in that front row. Rietsma will come back on and serve now for the Pilots. Griffel with a good pass to Jones. Here comes Stewart, got there a little early, tapped it right over the blockers, and I think Gall was, he could not see over the block of Malik and Burrito. Stewart with a big swing. Gall right to Akavali, outside now to Burrito. He gets blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Nice swing by the freshman. Malik back to serve. Yildiz will check back in. He'll go into the middle now for the Pilots. Let's pass off the net. A bump set. It's a good one to Griffel. Swings again and tools it off the blockers, and it goes out of bounds. I don't think he's had a clean shot yet. He's either been blocked or tooled it off the blockers. Joey Hermes to serve. Good pass right to Akavale with the smart play himself. He'll go with the dump shot, and we're tied up at 4 apiece, and he'll head back to serve. Griffel, another good pass. They'll go to Raekwon Rogers, who slaps it straight to the ground. I love that play to Rogers on that one ball. And that'll send back Mason Milan to serve. Milan, a big reason why they won that last. Him and Griffel with their serving in set number 1 late, a key to the victory in that set. Low pass, and now outside to Enrique. He tools it off for Rogers and Jones. And that ends up just below us here at the Schaefer Center. In warm-ups, they actually hit one that came all the way up here, bounced off the table and off the back wall. In fact, there was Burrito here. We don't get many of them up here at the press area. Stewart with a good pass to Jones. They'll go outside to Griffel off the net. He'll go right down the middle. Gall is there. Here's Burrito out of the back row, and he puts it away out of that pipe position. And the Pilots with a 1-point lead. A service error. Gives the side out to Tech. And back to serve, Ryan Griffel. Griff, just a sophomore. Got some play time later in the season last year, and it paid off. He looked really good down the stretch for the Warriors. Good pass to Akavale outside, and that one is wide and out of bounds. Man, that was close. Tech taking away cross court. And the Pilots have gone down the line numerous times tonight. I think that might be only the second time they've missed down the line. Back row attack to Burrito, and that one goes long and out of bounds. 2-point lead now for the Warriors here in set number 2. Gall's pass tight to the net, and that should have been a carry not called, but a chance now for Tech. Back row attack again by Mason Milan. He gets blocked. It goes over the net, back to the Pilots. They'll shoot it outside this time. A little shot down the middle. Milan gets to it. Outside now to Dante Stewart, and he just missed hit it. He saw nobody there. They were coming late, and he just hit it into the net. A nice try there by Jones to get it outside. Malik will come back on now for the Pilots. Back to serve is Yildiz. It's a good flat serve, and then a quick dump shot by Brandon Jones. That'll bring back on Gamero. He'll replace Hermes for the moment, and back to serve is Rogers.
Serving for the Warriors, number 1, Rogers.
Outside this time. And a nice play right down the middle there by Kunakuko, and he gets another kill. And that'll bring back on Hermes as back to serve as Enrique. Griffel plays that right to Jones. They'll go to Gamero. That gets blocked and right to Enrique. Back row attack by Burrito, lands inbounds. That almost hit our official over there. And it was a good swing by Gamero, just a better defensive play there by the Pilots. Enrique's had a good service rotation in set number 1. They'll try Stewart this time. He'll tip it down the line. Nobody is able to they get to that one. That ball's going to go off. Stewart runs that one down. And now bumps it over now to Mason Milan, and then Dante Stewart takes a big swing, and that'll go out of bounds. Both teams got a bit out of system there. Dante Stewart terminates the rally, and Brandon Jones will serve. This is a tall, long Bethel squad. They'll try Enrique out of the back row. Griffel now will set it. He'll go to, that was Milan, and a good up there by Enrique, and then a huge swing by the Pilots gives themselves a tie here. I think it was Konakuko again, it was. Rietsma will come back in and serve. Good pass to Jones. One-handed set now to Mason Milan. He gets blocked. Nice up there. Gamero tips it over. Now a chance for the Pilots to take the lead. And that's too easy for Burrito as he tools it off the blockers and out of bounds. He only had to deal with Dante Stewart. Rietsma again to serve. That one has too much on it, and it goes out of bounds. And Dante Stewart will serve. Gall with the good pass to Akavali. Outside to Burrito. He gets rejected at the net. Here's Stewart again to serve. Same spot, same result, and then Malik with the kill. passing has been very good by both teams here in the first two sets. Yildiz back in, and Malik will serve. Nice set outside. That goes off the fingertips of Akavali and out of bounds. And Rogers back on for Gamero as Hermes will serve. Gall back in as well for the Pilots. Good pass. Burrito knows what to do with that one. Went right over the blockers and got the kill. They were serving into zone 3 once again. And it didn't work. Akavali back to serve. So that puts Enrique, Burrito, and Yildiz in the front row. That ball never went over. The Pilots with the 1-point lead, they'll call 4 contacts on that. Oh, there's an overpass and an easy put away for the Pilots. They have a 2-point lead as they're going right at Griffel right now. Better pass this time to Jones. Goes to Mason Milan. He goes cross court and gets the winner. That will send Milan back to serve. That one's whistled long and out of bounds by Milan. Kotokuko back on now for the Pilots. He'll replace Rietsma, and back to serve is Burrito. Barreto has done a nice job tonight all over the court. And that one's out of bounds. And that'll send Griffel back to serve. Another tight set. And a service there by Tech. Malik back on now for the Pilots as Yildiz serves. And that one's got too much on it. Rogers serves. Gamaro back into the front row. Konokuko again with another kill. Enrique back to service. Hermes comes back in. Brandon Jones took a big swing and hit it out of bounds, and Coach Shondell wants a timeout here at the Schaefer Center. Or is he not going to use a timeout? Well, he walked over there, and now he does get the timeout. We'll use one as well. We'll see in 60 seconds.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
You have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
Welcome back here to the Schaefer Center. We've got ourselves a 3-point set again. This is exactly where we were in set number 1, with the Guests leading by 3 before Indiana Tech went on a run and eventually was able to win that first set. Back to serve Enrique. It goes right at Stewart. Good pass. Outside now to Stewart. Tools it off the blockers and it'll land out of bounds. That one was close as well. That'll send back Brandon Jones to serve. Pilots daring Indiana Tech to serve it deep. They go right at Burrito. It goes straight backwards to Enrique. And now a free ball. Wow, nice play there. And then Konakuko with another kill on the overpass. And I think we're going to have a sub come on now for Tech. They're going to bring on Rosno. He's going to replace Griffel. Rietzma back to serve once again for the visitors. They're 5 points away from evening this thing up at 1 set apiece. And that's an attack error on Tech. Service error gives the ball back to Tech, down by 3 now. And that'll send back the senior Dante Stewart. And Griffel back in as well for Tech. Wow, what a save by Malik. To Gamero, and he drills it straight down. That is Logan Gamero's game right there. Brandon Jones saw it right away. And it's a 2-point set. This ball goes backwards again. We'll see where they go out to. They'll go to Enrique. Jones gets to that. And now a free ball coming unless a big swing comes. Nope, it gets blocked. And by Malik again. And a 3-point lead for the Pilots. Malik back to serve now. Yule D's into the front row. They'll try Gamero again, and look out, this ball heading right up here to us. And it hits the ceiling and falls to the ground, and a 2-point lead now for the visitors as Gall will come back on and Hermes will return to serve. Raekwon Rogers into the front row. Good pass. They'll go back to Burrito, and a nice dig by Hermes. Back row attack coming, and another kill for Stewart. And with that, we have a timeout on the court. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Timeout over here on the court. 22-21 our score here. Tech gets this one. We'll be tied up at 22 apiece. It is their libero, Joey Hermes, to serve. They go right at Gall. Akavali too. Oh, nice dig. And a dump shot. Oh, Reitsma gets to that one. They'll send it outside to Burrito, and he gets blocked, and a good dig there by Gall. Another block goes right to the big fella, Griffel, and then they were trying to back row attack and couldn't get it to go. Now a chance for Akavelli, and that ball never went over. Another chance now for Burrito. He goes down the middle, and another chance for Tech. Nice set to Griffel, and he hits it long. Both teams with multiple opportunities to win that point. And Konokuko back in. I was thinking maybe somebody was there just making sure the rotation is correct. Nope. They will have no subs, will the Pilots, so on comes Akavali. He will serve now. I think he's just looking up. He's got the volleyball. Tech trails by 2. Akavali looking up at the scoreboard to make sure it was correct. They go right at Griffel again. Here comes Mason Milan cross court. That went right between the blockers and out of bounds. And now I think Tech's going to use a timeout as well. They will. We'll be right back here at the Schaefer Center.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
It is set point right now for the Pilots. Akavali back to serve. If they get this point, they will tie this thing up at 1 set apiece here at the Schaefer Center. These two teams, they will meet once again this week, Friday night up in Mishawaka. A 7 o'clock start in that one. So we are at set point. Rogers will have none of that as he puts away another kill. Mason Milan back to serve. He's got to keep it in. They'll go with the safe serve, and it works. It's an ace. Mason Milan with the ace, his 6th of the season. perfect placement as he hit a changeup there. He just went right over the net and died. See if he can do it once again. He went right at the feet of Gall. The little roll shot there. Here comes Acavelli outside now to Henrique. Off the net, and they'll say it was wide. And now the officials are going to converse here and try to get it right. I don't know if I couldn't tell if that hit Brandon Jones or not. It didn't look like it. I thought it looked like it hit the net and went over the top of him, but that's a close one. I mean, Brandon Jones was right there. They may just replay the point, is what I'm thinking they may do, because we don't have instant replay here in the NAIA, but I don't know if Brandon Jones ever touched it. And we'll see what the officials award here. They do. They'll say it was tech. I thought it bounced right over the top of him, quite honestly. And Acavelli, the captain, he will walk up towards the up official here, our R1, and before we have that, the R2 will say, we've got a timeout.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
Well, the Cardiac kids are back at it again here in set number 2. Indiana Tech fights back. They now have tied this thing up in set number 2 at 24 apiece. And Mason Milan back to serve once again. We'll see if he goes big or goes safe again. Both of his safe serves have been really good. In fact, one was an ace. He'll do it again. He'll go right down the middle at Gall. Good pass to Acavelli. They'll go to Yaldiz, and I think that might have went off of Mason Milan. And that'll bring on number 4 to the lineup, and back to serve is Burrito. And I'm not sure if Coach Shondell is wanting to use a timeout. He's just asking if he has one. I think he's out. They are, but I think both teams are out of timeouts. And it is set point once again. And Burrito mishit that off the side of his hand. And that missed by about 6 feet wide. And now Griffel back to serve. That's an ace. Oh! Take a look at that on replay here. Now it was long. Good call by the official. That one was out of bounds, and now Yuldiz will serve for set number 2. Nice set that goes off the blockers, and a nice pancake. And now a bump set to Stewart. He'll wrist it and gets blocked by Konakuko, and we are tied up at 1 set apiece. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the unofficial stats. You're watching Indiana Tech volleyball live from the Schaefer Center.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
We're a little tied up at one set apiece here at the Schaefer Center. Looking at Bethel's stats so far, they've got 6 kills from Konakuko and Burrito, both with 6. 3 from Malik, 2 from Enrique, and 1 from Acavale. They're hitting it better now. They are at a 138 clip here in this match. And let's see here, service errors, they've got 7. Indiana Tech also with 7 service errors. It is Stewart with 7 kills, 3 from Rogers, 6 from Mason Milan, 3 from Brandon Jones, 2 from Fonda, and 3 from Ryan Griffel. Joey Hermes right now with 9 digs for the home team, and we are ready to go here in set number 3. Well, while we've got a minute here, looking at the upcoming matches for Indiana Tech. After tonight, they will be on the road Friday. They will go to the return trip between these two teams. That'll be a 7:30 start there in Mishawaka at Bethel. Next Tuesday, they will be on the road at Shrine. That is a 7 p.m. start. And then next Friday and Saturday, they will be at home. On Friday now, they will take on Mount Vernon Nazarene at 7. Then they'll play again at 3 p.m. on Saturday. And then Wednesday, March the 8th, a big one here at home, a 7 p.m. start between them and Lords. So a lot of volleyball coming up now for both of these squads. Here's Stewart to get us started. Good pass. Malik tries to get it over. He does. And now it's a set to Syracuse, who's in. And now a free ball for Tech. Milan right to Jones. Back to Milan. Nice swing. Great dig by the setter. Here comes a Burrito out of the back row. Can't do much with it. Hermes will run this down and bump set it over and out of Mason Milan. That goes off the blockers right to Burrito. A tight ball to the net to Acavali. And he is, Malik is blocked at the net by Gamero. What a great play by Logan Gamero. Tight ball to the net again. Dante Syracuse sees it, tried to put it down quickly, could not. Here comes Dante Stewart out of the back row, and he hits Burrito right in the thigh. serve again. Tight ball to the net again to Akavale. And now a chance for Tech. Syracuse sets it too tight to the net, and that hit the antenna. An eyelash between Mason Milan and that antenna, and he got the ball and the antenna as that sends back Enrique to serve. Stewart right to Jones. In the middle to Gamero. He didn't get much on it. Now a chance for Burrito. And he does get a lot on it, and it goes out of bounds. Rogers back on now as Hermes serves. Hermes goes right at Burrito. Good pass. Akavale outside of Cornucuco, and that one is touched and goes out of bounds. That was a quick call by two officials, so pretty sure that one was touched. Coach Shondell doesn't think so, but it was definitely off one of his young men. I think it was Mason Milan. Rietzma to serve. Good pass by Stewart. Stewart out of the back row, and nobody's going to get to that one. (4-2) our score here early in set number 3. Tech took a close one in set number 1, and it was Bethel taking a close one in set number 2. Mason Milan with the service there. Back to serve. Malik Yildiz back into the front row. Syracuse to Jones to Rogers. Good dig there by Enrique, and what do they call? They call in the net on, I think, Yildiz. Let's say Burrito. He did not complain at all. And that'll send back Dante Syracuse to serve. Sonny with the float serve. And he gets it. Oh, no, it's still in play. And a block at the net. And it's still alive. Here comes a Burrito with the big swing. Nobody touched it, and it went out of bounds. They wanted to touch and didn't get it. What a good rally by both teams. Syracuse again, and serves it directly into the net. Quickly, Rosno back into the lineup. He'll replace Syracuse, and that'll send back Accavelli to serve. Tight ball to the net. Jones gets into a joust situation. Can't get it to go down. Dante Stewart has to go across. A good dig by Rietzma. Tight ball to the net. And that is tipped out of bounds by Burrito. And Gamaro back in. And now Wheatley will check on, and he'll serve. The lefty will come in for the first time this evening. Wheatley, a very deceptive server. He likes to serve it off the net. So we'll see if he tries to do that here on his first serve of the evening. And we're seeing if anybody, trainer up, taking a look at one of the Tech players, but Brandon Jones says he's fine. Here's Wheatley, right down the middle at Gall. And that's too easy for Yildiz, as only Gamero was there, and now that'll bring on Hermes. And a sub now for the visitors as Burrito will serve. Sonakuko back into the lineup. And a foot fault called as Burrito was way over the line when he hit it. Yeah, he was about this far over. He was a good foot. He threw the ball so far out in front of him, he didn't have a choice. If he didn't do that, he wasn't even going to be able to swing at the ball. Here's Brandon Jones now with the serve. He goes deep at Gall. Good dig by Hermes. They'll try Stewart. He goes down the middle. Burrito with the save. Akavale with a big set outside to Konakuko. He goes deep on that one, and it flies out of bounds. So the Pilots got a bit out of system on that one, and it cost them. Jones again. And that one's down the line. Konakuko wanted a touch, didn't get it. He thought Milan touched it. Konakuko with that nice, short, quick swing. Enrique blocked. Jonte Stewart with the big block. And before we have the timeout here on the court, take a look at this block by Dante Stewart. Way over the net. And that will take us to a timeout here at the Schaefer Center.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
Tech with a 6-point lead here in set number 3. They lead 11-5. Brandon Jones back to serve. And once again, daring him to serve it deep. Gall with a good pass again to Akavale. Back row attack, and it works this time. That was Burrito with the kill. And Yildiz will serve. Malik back into the front row. Good pass by Roseno to Jones. They'll go to Gamero. And he just simply found an open spot in the back row and put it away. And that'll bring on Sonny Siracusa. And that'll send Stewart back to serve. Siracusa played a lot last year. He is a good team leader for Coach Shondell, whether he's on the court or off the court. And a high pass to Akavale. They'll go to Heinrich. He'll tip it. Oh, Gamero just kept going up and he blocked it. I was totally looking for that ball to go into the back row, but Logan Gamero had second thoughts about us playing on in that point. Tight ball to the net. And Gamero wisely lets it come over and then dumps it right on the head of the setter. The largest lead of the night by either team right now at 8 for Tech. They're threatening possibly to run away with set number 3. They'll try Konakuko again, and he gets blocked, and it lands right at the feet of Burrito. Gamero having his own personal block party tonight. Well, I guess where everybody knows where they're going tonight, to Logan Gamero's block party. The girls' volleyball team right there getting a good look at those. Here comes Enrique, and he gets blocked again. And that was Gamero again. Good pass now to Jones, and they'll go right to Gamero. He punches it into the air. Nice save, but nobody's getting to that. And a side out for the Pilots. Nice play by Bethel to keep that ball alive. Enrique back to serve. His team down 8. Stewart with a good pass to Jones. He'll have to go to Syracuse. He can't get it to go down. And now a nice set there and a roll shot. And now a chance for the Pilots. Back row attack coming. Nice dig by Stewart. Mason Milan takes a wild swing and it goes out of bounds. He knew it as soon as he hit it too. Bodies all over the court that time. And the lead down now to 7. They'll send it to Syracuse off the net. He throws it right over the blockers to Enrique. Back row attack by Burrito again, and he clobbered another one. Woo! Burrito all the way from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Stewart off the net, and it hit the antenna. Now the lead down to 5. And we've got a stoppage because Dante Stewart's got to tie up his PF flyer. And we're ready to go. And a deep dump shot almost works. And now another chance for Tech. A bump set now over to Mason Milan. Big swing, and it goes off a Burrito and over the wall and out of bounds. Mason Milan ends that rally for a 3-point run there by the Pilots. And that sends Hermes back to serve as into the front row comes Raekwon Rogers. This was a familiar lineup last year in the front row. Cornucuco off the blocks. Man, he is lethal on that outside left pin position. Rietzma will replace him. Rietzma ready to go. That hit the official, so that is out. It was close. And that'll bring on Alex Rosno, and he's a good server. His brother, a very good defensive player. This young man, a very good freshman server. 3 aces on the season. Pretty good defensively, too. He goes right down the middle. Here's an overpass. Syracuse sees it, can't get it to go down. Now they'll try Rosno out of the back row, and then he gets tipped into the air, and then a dump shot, and then a pancake and a kill for Akavali. Malik will serve. Yuldiz into the front row. The lead stays at 5. Nice set there to Dante Stewart. He gets blocked by Akavali, and it goes right off the forehead of Raekwon Rogers. And the lead down to 4. Jones will bump set it now to Syracuse way off the net, and he tries to go down the line, and it goes out of bounds. And Coach Shondell walks towards midcourt, and I think he's going to use a timeout. He will.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Well, Tech had an 8-point lead here in this set. It is now down to 3. Malik will serve. And we'll see if Tech made any substitutions. It looks like they're going to bring in Ryan Griffel. He'll replace Syracusa. He's had a bit of a break here for a while, has Griffel, so he's got fresh legs. Stewart with a low pass and an ace by Malik. I think Stewart and Brandon Jones is down on the court. And he gets up slowly. Not sure if he just hit his elbow there or what he did. And we may have to get the backup setter in here for Tech. I'll tell you, if they had to, they could use Joey Hermes. And it looks like they will have to probably bring on another player here. It looks like they are going to have to bring on number 3. Nolan Bosley will walk towards midcourt. Brandon Jones still being attended to by the trainer. I think he just hit his arm on the floor and kept going and maybe hyperextended it a little bit. They got Mario Capo injured in the pregame. And Bosley now will try to help his team hold on to this 2-point lead. So it'll be Rosno, Hermes, Griffel, Stewart, Rogers, and the new setter, Bosley. Yeah, what they're doing right now is making sure he's in the right location on the court so they don't get called for a rotation violation. And here's Malik to serve once again. Bosley with a nice set to Rogers. He gets blocked. It goes back into the air to Stewart. He'll set it now to Griffel. Griffel right into the double block, and it hits the line, and it's a 1-point set. The only place they could go with the ball in the triple block quickly got there for the Pilots. They were down 8. They trail by 1. Bosley will try Griffel again. This time he has too much heat on that one, and it goes right through the double block. And now Griffel will head back to serve with his team up. It should be 18-16. The scoreboard reads 17-17. And it's an ace. I don't know if that score, I guess I was off a point. So it is 18-17 now. And this is a question by, there we go. They've got the score correct now. They put a point on both sides at the same time earlier. Wait, it can't be 19. They'll say it's 19-16? It is. Yeah. Griffel off the net. Good save there by Gall. A bump set tight to Burrito. He'll go down the line, and it goes out of bounds. In fact, he went under the net as well. And I think my scoring way off here. Now they do award the point. It's 20-16 officially. The Pilots wanted to touch, didn't get it. And Griffel will stay back there and serve for the Warriors. And that one has too much on it, and it goes out of bounds. Now it is 20-17 as Akavali will go back to serve. He was responsible for a lot of points here in the set, not by how hard he served. He just kept it in bounds. This time I jinxed him. He served it out of bounds. He can't believe it. And that'll bring on Wheatley and Gamaro now for Tech. Wheatley, the lefty, will serve. Four-point lead now for the Warriors. Wheatley right at Gall. They'll try a Burrito, and it's a good swing. Wheatley gets to it, but it's a point for the Pilots. They put Burrito on the right side this time, and he gets the kill, and he'll go back to serve. And a whole host of subs coming on. I'd hate to have to be writing down who's coming in and out of the match right now. Konakuko back in that front row for the Pilots as Hermes comes into the back row for Tech. A big point here for the Pilots. And a good pass to Bosley. He'll set it to Griffel. And now a chance for Enrique, and he gets blocked. It comes over the net. Stewart sees it and puts it away for the winner. A huge point for Indiana Tech. And Uldiz wanted an under the net violation called on Tech. Didn't get it. That brings on Mason Milan and Bosley, the setter, back to serve. We're taking a look at Brandon Jones. He's stretching out that arm. Bosley with the jump serve. It's a good one. Good pass. And a nice up. And now a chance for the Pilots on the free ball. Uldiz with another kill out of the middle. Uldiz 6'7". Malik will check on now for the Pilots. This has been a very well played match. Very close. Hermes with a good pass to Bosley. Mason Milan with the swing, and they'll call Malik in the net. Akavali doesn't agree. Timeout, Bethel. We will use one as well.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
Tech just 2 points away from taking set number 3 and leading 2-1 over the visitors of Bethel tonight as Dante Stewart, who's had a great night once again. And a tight ball to the net. Akavali with a great one-handed set to Malik. Malik goes off the fingertips of Gamaro, and it goes out of bounds, and Enrique back to serve, and he has been dynamite back there tonight. Not overpowering, just his placement has been perfect. Bosley will try, and what do we have in the net? And I think Akavali is being warned here by our official. No point has been awarded yet, so I'm not sure. There we go. They do award the point to Bethel. Okay, it's a two-point set now. Took them a while to get that on the scoreboard. Griffel again. Bosley will one-handed set it to Gamaro. Now a chance for Tech. Griffel takes a big swing and a good dig. Tight ball to the net again. Who's going to win this one? It's won by Mason Milan, and we are at set point. Now, Akavali's going to have to be careful here. He's been kicking the ball around back here. And the official now warning him they're R1. And Hermes will serve for set number 3. Konakuko again with the great swing. They have not been able to stop him. During the break, we need to see what his hitting percentage is tonight. I think he has 2 misses. That's it. And they were both down the line. It is still set point. Rietzmann's got to keep it in. And that goes off hands and out of bounds, and Tech takes set number 3 in a close one. Take a look at this final play here on replay before we go to break. Senior Stewart with a perfect swing, and it goes out of bounds. We'll see you in 2 minutes back here at the Schaefer Center.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Welcome back here to Indiana Tech. Time to look at some of the stats here through 3 sets. Konakuko now with 9 kills. Him and Burrito both with 9. 4 from Malik, 2 from Heinrich. And let's see the big fella Yuldiz with 4. They're hitting .07 here in this match. Akavali with 23 assists, and leading them in digs right now is Enrique with 9. For Indiana Tech, Dante Stewart with 11 kills, Mason Milan with 8. 3 kills for Brandon Jones, 2 by John Fonda, 3 for Gamero, 4 for Griffel, and 4 for Rogers. Logan Gamero with 2 blocks, Mason Milan with 2, and Raekwon Rogers with 2. Brandon Jones with 24 assists so far, and Joey Hermes leads the team with Diggs with 10. Tech hitting a 122 clip here through 3 sets. So the visitors will need to take the set, the 4th or 5th and decided set here, and we'll see who comes out at setter right now for Tech. It is Brandon Jones back on. He was injured in that last set, and Bosley came in and did a great job. Setter back to serve for the Pilots. It's hard for me to believe this Pilot team only has 3 wins. They are very good. Isn't it shocking? I mean, they are long, they are fast, they have great instincts. And we're ready to go. And a service there to get us started here. We'll bring Griffel back in for Tech. And Mr. Stewart, who's had a great night once again, back to serve.
Serving for the Warriors, Dante Stewart.
And the first service error of the night by Stewart. Konakuko back in now for the Pilots. Burrito back to serve. There's Gamero off the blockers. Nice up by the libero. Enrique right through the double block for the kill. Gall with a great save there for the Pilots to keep that point alive, and it leads to a point. And that'll tie things up at 2 with the service error. Rogers back in as Hermes serves. Good deep serve, good pass. Konakuko will take another big swing, and yeah, he just went right over the top of both blockers. Malik back on. Yildiz will serve. And that one goes long and out of bounds. So service errors for both teams here in set number 4. Mason Milan back to serve.
Now serving Mason Milan.
That was going outplayed by the Pilots. They'll go to Konakuko again, and why not? Good dig. Mason Milan will set it now to his buddy Dante Stewart, and he crushes one off of Burrito, and it goes all the way off the back wall. Woo. What a set by Mason Milan. He can do it all. Serve, sets, kills. Off the net, great play by Burrito to the setter, over now to Heinrich, and he's blocked out there by Griffel. Wow. Griffel's had so many of his shots blocked tonight. He's excited when he gets one of the Pilot shots. That one's long and out of bounds. Back to serve. Enrique. Jones will try Rogers, and a good idea. Rogers with another kill. That'll send Griffel back to serve. And that one shanked into the fourth row, and an ace by Griff. Griffel now with eight aces on the season. Three-point lead now for Tech. Too much on that one, and it goes way out of bounds, and Roseno will come back on now for Griffel, and Rietsma will check in for the Pilots.
Into the Warriors, number 12, Alex Roseno.
Hermes with a good pass to Jones. They'll try Rogers this time. Good up there by Enrique. And then a big swing by Burrito is dug by Hermes. Dante Stewart off the head of Enrique. Look out. Back to serve Wheatley, who's back on with now Gamero. The lefty takes a swing at it, goes right down the middle. Nice set to Burrito, and he hit the antenna. Had a wide open shot and just clipped the antenna. And it's a 4-point lead now for Tech. Wheatley will serve again. Burrito this time rejected by Brandon Jones at the net. And a timeout on the court by the Pilots.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
You have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
Five-point lead for Tech here in set number 4. They win this one, we're all headed home. Bethel wins this one. We'll play a 5th set to 15. There's been no quitting Bethel all night. Here comes Enrique out of the back row, and guess what? Dante Stewart says, nope, no thank you. The senior has done everything tonight. Blocks, big serves, even some really good sets. Oh, and that's going to be a tough one there for Burrito. Couldn't do much with it. They'll try Stewart again off the net. Nice one-handed up there by Burrito. Oh, nice play by Gall. He was on his rear. Dante Stewart with a big swing. That gets deflected right off of Rietsma. He was there, but it just had some weird spin as it deflected off of 2 blockers by the Pilots. Wow. Gall with a great play. You're just scooting on his rear end to get the ball. Wheatley again, right through Rietzma's hands. And that gets blocked. Brandon Jones wished he didn't jump on that one, I'm pretty sure. Rogers back on for the Warriors, and that'll send back Malik to serve. So that means Yule Dees is back in as well. To Gamero, and that goes right. Oh, nice play. A kick by Akavali is what saved that one. And now a chance for Enrique, and he puts it away. Great play by Akavali. And they're not going to talk about 4 contacts. And it'll be Malik to serve once again. Into the net. Coach Garcia says the ball does not lie. And that'll bring on Mason Milan as Rosno will come out and Brandon Jones will serve. Indiana Tech, a lot of enthusiasm on the bench right now. And a dump shot by Akavali is perfect. They've really turned up the intensity here in set number 4, as back to serve is the setter. Rosno to Jones, to Mason Milan. And he mishit it right into the net. Tried to take something off of it. Yeah, I think Coach Shondell said just take a big swing, we're up. And that's in. That caught the corner. And it's a 3-point set. That dropped right at the feet of our official over there, Miss Bice. Here's another play by Gamaro as he dumps it off of Yule Dees and gets the kill. That'll bring on Griffel as Stewart serves. Nice pass by Rietzma. Nope, Gamaro catches the overpass. I didn't think that was going to be that tight, and it was. And that was close, and then Gamaro just saw it and took a big swing. All with a good pass to Akavale. Here comes a burrito off of the blockers, and it'll go right into the score table here as they put him on the right side that time. And he's 2 for 2 over there, and he's holding his shoulder. He's got to come out of the game. They're going to bring on number 9 to serve, Sanchez from Dallas, Texas. As soon as burrito hit the ball, he grabbed his right shoulder. And no trainer over there yet to take a look at him. And Sanchez will serve his team down 4. And if burrito can't come back in, that's a big loss. And now Rogers on as Hermes comes back to serve. A lot of options out there right now for Brandon Jones. Sanchez with a good pass. And a block. And now an overpass. Griffel sees it and crushes it. Don't mess with the Griff. Another short, quick swing. Cavalli now will go all the way over to Konakuko, and once again another kill. He is dynamite. It'll bring back on Malik as Yildiz will serve. Still a 5-point lead now for Tech. Griffel with a nice pass. They'll go in the middle this time, and Rogers is rejected there by number 15, Malik. That is exactly how the match started. They'll try it again to Rogers. This time he says nobody's going to get this one. He just took a big swing at it and hit it right into the hands of Yildiz. And on comes Gall again. And back to serve Mason Milan.
Serving for Indiana Tech, Mason Milan.
And Milan goes big and hits that one out of bounds. He's going to get replaced by Rosno now. And that'll send back, well, it was going to be Heinrich. He's going to get replaced by number 14, Josiah Wilson from Milford, Indiana. Played at Purdue Fort Wayne. Good pass to Jones. Here comes Rosno out of the back row, and it is Konakuko and Malik with the double block. And Wilson to serve again. Griffel can't do much with it. Now a chance for the Pilots. Brandon Jones from his butt. What a set! Holy cow by Brandon Jones off of one knee. Rosno will try Griffel. He'll tip it over. Now a chance for Sanchez and the Pilots. Konakuko hit that long. No touch. Nope, that was out. That was long by about that much. Yeah, they thought it was in. It was not. And back to serve is Ryan Griffel. Great play by Brandon Jones off his rear end. This pass is off the net, and it's going to be an attack error. Now Tech 5 points away from winning this match. As Griffel will serve again. Heinrich will come on for Wilson. And Burrito will not come back in right now for the Pilots. He injured his right shoulder on a big swing a few moments ago. Look out in the bench. See the young man there? He says, I'm not even playing and I got hit by the ball. Rosno will come in and replace Griffel. Griffel saying, I didn't even hit it on my hand. And Burrito is going to try and come back in. Rietsma, and he's going to be in the front row to boot. We'll see if he can swing with that right shoulder. Jones over to Stewart on a low one. That gets blocked. It goes right back to Hermes. Here's Rosno out of the back row. It goes off the net. And now a free ball coming now for Tech. That gets blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Another huge play by Dante Stewart. Wow. Wheatley and Gamaro back in for Tech. Good set to Malik. He'll tip it right over. It goes right to Wheatley. Nope, Jones runs it down. Stewart gets way behind the ball. Good dig by Heinrich. Burrito will take a swing, and that shoulder does not hurt. He still crushed it. Malik back to serve, and Yildiz will come back in. 4-point set. Good pass by Rosno. They'll try Gamaro, and that caught the line. Logan Gamaro with the big swing, and Mason Milan back in. Brandon Jones will serve. Ball back in for the Pilots. Tech just 3 points away now from ending this match. Tight ball to the net. Oh, nice bump set. Dante Stewart again. Nice up there by Rietsma. That went off the head of Gamaro and sails out of bounds. Another kill for Burrito. A lot of season left for both of these teams. Akavali back to serve. Nice pass. Here's the double quick out of the middle. Nice play there by Akavali to get to that one. Burrito will take a swing down the line, and a nice up by Hermes. They'll go to Gamaro, and that 2-ball is perfect. Woo. Short, quick swing again. Griffel in, and Stewart will serve.
Serving for the Warriors, Dante Stewart.
And a service there. Burrito back to serve as Konakuko will come back in. Brandon Jones, he too has to tie up his shoe here. Both of them even. Good pass by Hermes to Jones. And a block by Yildiz on Gamaro, and it's a 3-point set. Tech tried a little combo play in the middle that time, and the Pilots were ready for it. I haven't seen them run that play all season. At least not here at home. Mason Milan cross court, and he hits it out of bounds. And I think we're going to have a timeout. No timeout yet. And Burrito again hits it wide right and out of bounds. And now we are at match point as Raekwon Rogers comes on, and Joey Hermes will serve for Tech. Another huge block by the home team ends this match in 4 here at the Schaefer Center. What a match this was. This one was so close. Every set was unbelievable here tonight. We're not sure if we're going to have Coach Shondell on tonight or not. We'll see if he elects to come up and talk to us again. Yep, he's giving me the thumbs up, so we'll get set up for him. And what a good win tonight here at home for Indiana Tech as they take down a very good Bethel team. Their record is not indicative of how strong that team is. They just played as well as I've ever seen them play. And, man, they pushed Tech to the limit tonight here at home. While they shake hands, we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will talk to Coach Shondell. You're watching Indiana Tech Volleyball live from the Schaefer Center.
Want an know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Welcome back here to the Schaefer Center. Coach Shondell will be joining us here in just a moment. For Bethel, they will drop to 3-8 on the season. They'll go to 2-7 overall in conference play. They'll play Indiana Tech again on Friday night at 7 p.m. there in Mishawaka, and then they will head on the road next Tuesday. They will be at Trinity Christian at 8 p.m. Looking at their unofficial stats, it was Burrito with 13 kills, 11 by Konakuko, 3 from Henrique, 4 from Malik, and 4 from Yildiz. Akavali with 27 assists on the night, and it was Enrique with 11 digs tonight for the visitors. For Indiana Tech, they got 6 kills from Rogers, a team-high 15 from Dante Stewart, Mason Milan with 8, 3 from Brandon Jones, 2 from Fonda, 7 from Logan Gamaro out of the middle. He hit an outstanding 6.67 tonight for Tech, and Ryan Griffel with 5 kills. Brandon Jones ends the night with 31 assists on the evening, and of course, Joey Hermes leads the team in digs tonight with 14 for Indiana Tech. Looking at the Warriors' upcoming schedule, once again, they do go back to Bethel on Friday night to play at 7. Next Tuesday, they will be at Shrine at 7 p.m. up in Angola. Then they will have a homestand coming up next weekend. They will take on Mount Vernon Nazarene at 7 o'clock on Friday the 3rd, and then they will play the same squad again on the 4th at 3 p.m. here at the Schaefer Center. They'll finish up that homestand on March the 8th. They will take on a really good Lords team here at home at 7 p.m. And then after that, they just have one more home game left on the season, and that will be against Goshen on the 21st. And those games at the end of the season with Aquinas, Lawrence Tech, Goshen, and Lords will all be huge for conference play. I don't believe, we'll see if the standings may have updated here tonight yet. So Mount Vernon was beat tonight. They lose tonight to, must have been Lords. So Tech now technically in the lead in the conference at 7-1, followed by Lords, then Mount Vernon, then Aquinas, then Cornerstone, and Lawrence Tech round out that conference. A big win tonight, Coach, and a loss for Mount Vernon tonight.
So Lords got him?
Yeah, Lords got them. They beat them tonight. I was just looking at that real quick before you got up here.
Look at you doing research.
Yeah,
Love
research.
that.
I know.
Yeah.
Something like that. Hey, tonight, another really good win tonight. I have to say, first of all, I don't understand how Bethel has only 3 wins.
They're awfully good.
They are so good, and they're long, they're tall, and they're young.
Yeah, it's a first-year program, obviously, and Eric Snyder is one of the most respected men's coaches at the NAIA level. He built the Campbellsville program up to be really, really good. Went to the Final Four last year at the national tournament. And he knows what he's doing. He finds talent. He brings in international guys everywhere, and they can ball, and they can swing, and they're still trying to figure out how to play as a team. And I can think back to year one, I brought in some talent. We didn't quite have that figured out by now. And so that's kind of where he's at.
They're a scary team.
I mean,
They are a scary
if you
team.
let them be scary, they're going to be scary.
Yeah.
If you keep pressure on, you shut them down. It's pretty simple in some ways to keep them silent.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, the big gun for them, Barreto is. I mean, he's an animal, and we kept him 0-53. That's one of his weaker performances.
Mm-hmm.
Their middles got going a little bit, but then we adjusted, and they couldn't do much. I thought Logan Gamero came in, provided some really good energy, some really good offense in the middle. And then Griffel's return, I think, really helped us out, his mindset and how hard he swung, and kept us going there too.
Yeah, he got blocked early, and then finally he just kept blasting it through it, and it finally paid off for him. Tonight, I thought you had it was hard. It's another one of those nights it's hard to pick like a player of the match. I know that Dante Stewart he did everything. He had blocks, he had kills, but I thought the serving of Mason Milan in set number 2 when it got tight was just a huge – him and Griff, when they went back-to-back serving right there was just huge for you guys. So, I don't know. Brandon Jones, another solid night, too, with 31
especially, I mean,
assists.
One guy the toughness of Brandon Jones he's got – if you knew how many bone bruises and issues and tweaks and all kinds of stuff that kid has because of the way he plays and how much he sacrifices his body, you'd be mesmerized to know how many injuries he's got. But he banged his elbow hard, and we've all done that before on a side table, and he did it on the hardest floor in the conference. And he had to go out and check out. And Nolan Bosley, freshman who's gotten action, I think maybe now 2 matches, potentially 3, came in and did a terrific job. And he might only had, 2 assists. I haven't looked at his numbers
That's
yet.
probably it.
But 3 assists and a dig for Nolan Bosley. But you want to talk about situation. A freshman hasn't played most of the year. He's watching Brandon Jones do Brandon Jones things. All of a sudden, I walk over and say, "Hey, man, it's your show." And he didn't freak out. He went in there. He was a cool customer. He did a great job. And then Brandon came back and brought some fire for us. But I think Mason's serving was solid. It kept us going. But again, if you watched how all those sets transpired, towards the back end of every single one of them, that Bethel team kept creeping back. And the one guy that prevented them from creeping back, and again, it was good passing by people across the board. He had to get some balls from Brandon Jones, but Logan Gamero just said, "I'm not going to lose this set." He was up so quickly, he was up so fast, and he's probably one of the smallest middles, if not the smallest middle in the entire Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, and he doesn't care. And he just did such a good job of being up and putting balls away. And he made sure Bethel did not get back in that set 4.
Yeah, well, I agree with you on that. We'll name him the player of the match tonight because he could have been in a couple of matches ago, too, the way he played. But the ebb and flow of this match, just when you thought you had them or they thought they had you, it was just back and forth all night.
Yeah, that's the way this game's designed. It's why it's such a fun game to watch and such a fun game to play. But it's one of those things we're trying to harness because – there's no reason. Bethel was very good, but across the board, talent for talent, nobody in the gym would argue that we had more talent. But they kept balls alive. They played hard.
They did.
And there were moments that we just thought things were going to come to us because the previous 6 points did.
Yeah.
And even the most mature teams can fall into these slumps where they just don't give everything they've got because they don't think they have to. No one's going to go to the store and pay $10 for a $1 item. And so most people just think, I'll give what I have to, even if they're not intentionally doing it. And we did a really good job back end of sets, I think, the ones we won at least, of giving what we needed to.
Especially those first couple sets because you had to come from behind to win both of them.
Yeah.
And you guys did a fantastic job there. And I think the thing I'm seeing most out of your team right now, there are no deer in the headlight looks by anybody.
Yeah, we're kind of getting rid of those. And, I mean, the number of people we've used, the personnel, which has been both intentional and just happenstance, is probably helping them. We don't have many people on our roster from top to bottom, including now Nolan Bosley, that don't have experience in meaningful games. And, last year a couple times you'd see his throw-ins like John Fonda or Ryan Griffel somebody that hadn't seen a lot of time, and you'd see that look on their face until they got really comfortable. And now you put in Clayton Wheatley, cold off the bench to serve balls. He does a great job. We pull in both Rosenos off the bench to go pass balls. They do a really good job. We pull in Syracuse, who does a really good job energy-wise, just couldn't put balls away. And thankfully, he did a good enough job blocking-wise, gave Ryan some rest. Ryan was fired up, ready to go. And that's the benefit of depth and the benefit of guys that have been there before and have seen that experience already.
Yeah, you can really tell the team's starting to, I think, gel.
Yeah.
That probably in the last couple matches, I've seen that a little bit, and you're starting to see who your real leaders are on the team. When you need it, you said it nice and high to Dante, and he explodes on one.
Yeah.
He hit the dude right in the head tonight.
He did. And he is Dante Stewart, and he is one of the most terrific volleyball athletes that our league has, our level has. But you want to look at his numbers. These last 2 matches have been the only 2 matches where his production has matched his expectation. And we've had guys, Mason Milan has carried us through a lot of stretches like that. This wasn't his best numbers game, but I thought Mason played well. He just missed a few balls. We've had middles, we've had setters, we've had Griffel, Syracuse, Poor. We've had guys pick us up all along the way. And it is nice to know that Dante's going to now put the ball away when you loft it up to him. But we've just got so many options, and I think that's what makes us so much better than last year if we actually play like that.
So you're going to get a chance to play these guys again on
really soon.
Hopefully Burrito's shoulder is way too sore to play.
Hopefully, I see where you go. That hopefully it's fresh as daisies come Friday, because we need all that. And one, you don't want to wish him ill, and I know you're not,
he's a good.
He's a terrific player. He's fiery. He's energetic. He's a lot like Armandano in some ways.
Yes.
He hits those same shots. He powers through things. And again, we need, like this Bethel team. You thought they were good this year. They're going to compete for a league title next year and the year after and the year after, especially if he keeps bringing in people like this. Eric will get there. And so the wins we can get now are going to be nice. But Friday will not be easy in that upside-down ship they call a gym there in Mishawaka. It's going to be a battle, I promise you.
And then Trine next week.
That's right. Then we go Trine on Tuesday.
Yep.
And then we go with the Mount Vernon matchup here Friday and Saturday. What are they? The Cougars? The Cougars come to town.
Yeah. So you really, for your conference, man, that these next 2.5, 3 weeks are just massive matchups every night.
I would say for our conference, these next 5 weeks are massive matchups every night, just because there's no – you watch tonight. This team's lost 6 or 7 matches now in conference. They're 2-6 or 2-7 in league play. They can beat anybody.
I know.
They can beat anybody. They lost at 5 and 5 at Aquinas and 5 at Cornerstone. They're competing with absolutely everyone.
And you look at their scores, it's like 25-23,
20,
27-25.
Yeah.
They're all close sets for.
And so when you've got teams like Bethel towards the bottom, and then you've got teams like Aquinas and Lawrence Tech, and throughout, even not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 can all beat anybody. And so, standings wise, it'd be nice to get another win over Bethel and a couple wins over Mount Vernon, but the win over, another win over Lawrence Tech is going to be huge. Another win over Cornerstone and Aquinas, a win over Aquinas is going to be massive. Because, again, nobody's going to take you easy, especially when you're the defending champs.
Yep, so we'll let you – how were the cupcakes the other night?
Oh, they were excellent. I had a wonderful birthday party for my now 5-year-old son, Asher. He loved the Nothing Bundt cupcakes. Birthday cake style, I believe, was his choice. I had the red velvet. It was delectable.
No, they're very good.
Yeah.
You can tell by my Buddha-style body that I frequent that place every once in a while.
No kidding.
Well, congratulations tonight on another big win, and good luck Friday night up at Bethel.
Go Warriors.
That was Coach Shondell. His team wins again here tonight. Another home win. They went in 4 over a very good Bethel squad, and they'll take on Bethel Friday night. That'll do it here from the Schaefer Center. From a cameraman Ahmad, I'm Ryan Dellinger, and you've been watching Indiana Tech Volleyball live from the Schaefer Center.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science, Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials that I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2. And he's one of the professors that teaches it. And he was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at Super Value Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.